Okay, so I want to see how many of y'all know about these force abilities. Like, there's some that are really obvious, there's some that, like, you know, are very common, and others where I'm just like, child, I haven't heard of this shit. So I just wanted to do a quick little video on it. Okay, so first things first, I just want to say this. If I was a Jedi, Sith, I don't care what I was, Padawan, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I would spend so much time developing my force abilities. And I know that, like, I feel like there are, like, obvious limits, right? Because if someone is force sensitive, there's certain organisms that are just inherently better at being force sensitive, and there are certain people who are just inherently really force sensitive. Of course, you can train and it will increase your abilities, but I feel like there are certain hard limits that we can't ignore, right? But at the same time, I feel like I wouldn't be picking up no saber. Like, I promise, a lightsaber would be the last thing that I'm thinking about. And maybe I don't know, because the force is so cool. I just feel like it's not utilized as often as it should be. And, you know, given what I said before, that you got to be extremely talented at the force to do some of these things, but still I feel like it's just not, especially on, like, in the big movies, it's not utilized enough. Because honestly, if you came at me with a glow stick, swinging your damn glow stick around and shit, I'm going to be thinking about using a mind trick on your dumb ass. Like, why would I have to fight when I'm just gonna force choke your silly ass and move your ass out the way? So I got this from Game Rant. Like, there are like 15 force abilities that they talk about, and I just wanted to go down some of them and get into it. So I don't know if you heard of this one called psychometry or something like that. So it says, unlike most force abilities, only a few gifted forcers or force users were capable of executing it. Harnessing the power of psychometry, I don't know if I'm saying that shit right, permitted its user to evoke images and sounds associated with an object's past. Not my all-time favorite, but I feel like that can definitely be useful. I feel like it can also be too useful, because imagine accidentally using this ability on somebody's belongings. It doesn't matter what it is, and it's just like, do I really want to know everything associated with this person's belongings? I probably don't. I probably don't. The next one is Shatterpoint, and the Shatterpoint ability is, okay, as its name would suggest, can pinpoint the weakness of an object or a person. When used on an object, the force would surround it and fixate on its weakest point. Its use on a living being, however, can be far more frightening. That's cute. You know, Force Light is another one. And this one, I'm just like, I don't think I want this one. This one, it says it can purge the darkness within somebody who's like a dark sider or a Sith. And I'm just like, if I had to choose one, I'm not going to, you know, be Captain Saberhawk. You could really rename this one, the Force Light. You could rename that one Captain Saberhawk. I'm not saving none of y'all asses. It's giving Force Choke or get the fuck out my face. That's it. And honestly, if somebody want to be on the dark side, let them be on the dark side. We just gonna have to fight. Like, we just gonna have to fight. Imagine somebody purging all the light out of you. You know, like, would you want that? Would you want somebody to purge the light side out of you? No, let's fucking fight. Let's fight. The Crucitorn, it can manipulate the minds of others by either amplifying the pain they feel or lessening it. And I think this one I would want too, because it's just like, oh, you stubbed your toe just a little bit? Boom, let me focus my mind, bitch. Now it feels like your whole foot's about to fall off. Oh, you got a little toothache? Now it feels like your jaw is about to be dislocated. And the fight will be won easily. And that's what I'm saying. Why would I pick up a fucking lightsaber when I could do all this shit? Why would I do it? And then listen to this one. It's called Force Storm. Also known as Wormhole, is a devastating dark side ability used only by the most powerful Force users. Its usage could tear apart a planet's surface and completely decimate all those unfortunate enough to be in the firing zone. Using the Force Storm ability would result in the opening of a void if the caster lost focus at any point while summoning this tear in time and space. They would likely find themselves being engulfed by it. Now, this one is iconic. I would really like this one. I mean, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. That's why, like, tossing these little ass pebbles on somebody or barely choking somebody out. Like, no, we gotta really do the force if we're gonna do the force. Okay. My only issue with this one is due to the fact that I'm sure that listen, y'all could tell I get easily distracted because I go on random ass tangents, even when I'm doing a fucking 10-minute, 15-minute video on here. So this article says that if you lose focus even for a moment, you're gonna be engulfed in that void. And I feel like I would be the one to get distracted by a text message or a fine ass man walking down the street or some shit. And then all of a sudden it's Armageddon. I don't know if I trust myself. I don't know if I trust myself with this ability, but I definitely would want it. The next few ones are pretty self-explanatory. They're kind of common. We got telekinesis. I think telekinesis is one of the best powers ever. The girls that get it. You mean to tell me that I can just stay in place and slap you upside your head without even doing anything, with just thinking about it? And y'all already know that I am not like Jean Grey, okay? So, or at least the animated Jean Grey. So I will not be fainting when I use my telekinesis powers. Like I always say, somebody please go check on Jean Grey's blood sugar level. The Jedi mind trick is iconic, so of course I would want that. I feel like it's just, it comes with every meal. The Jedi mind trick comes with every fucking meal. It comes with every combo. You can't go wrong with that one. If someone try to get in your motherfucking face, you tell that whole, you are going to sit your ass down, and they're gonna look at your face. I'm going to sit my ass down, and guess what they gonna fucking do? They're going to sit their ass the fuck down. You can't go wrong with that. I love the Force Drain because it allows users to drain the life essence from another, making it an extremely powerful ability in terms of offense and defense. Now, if somebody got a whole lot of power, somebody got a whole lot of life force, it's just like if you got a big ass, crazy ass, scary ass enemy, it's just like, I'm just going to take your power. I'm just going to take your red blood cells. And that's it. What are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. There's another ability called Force Sense. The Force Sense ability allows people to feel the pain, or I guess they were talking about Obi-Wan. The first instance of this usage is seen when Obi-Wan senses the destruction of Alderaan. The Force Sense ability allows him to feel the pain of a dying planet and hear the voices of those who dwell there before they are silenced forever. And it's just like, all right. I don't know. I feel like if I got the mind trick, if I can barge into people's brains, and if I got telekinesis, I don't really need to feel y'all emotions like that, especially if I can't do nothing else with it. You talking about feel the emotions of a dying planet? I'm good. I'm good. Maybe if it's happy emotions and y'all are at some kind of, exhilarating event or something, maybe, but I'm kind of good off this one. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Force Project is kind of cunt. Like, it's everything. I do like Force Project. I mean, y'all remember when Luke did that shit at the end of Last Jedi? You know what I'm talking about. But I feel like that's something you want to keep in your pocket, that's a just in case kind of power, right? He did that shit halfway across the galaxy. I don't know. And it took a lot of power out of him, obviously, because he didn't evaporated after that shit. But I feel like the Force Project is definitely a power you got to have if you're trying to trick up your enemies, especially if you come into contact with one that's very difficult to fight your silly ass and you can barely reach for your fucking saber or something happens, right? You want to be able to trick their ass, give them a little bit of Loki, and that's it. Definitely will want the Mind Probe. Mind Probe is an ability used frequently by Kylo Ren in Star Wars The Force Awakens. It permits its wielder access into a person's mind, allowing them to take any information they want. This Professor X ass power. This Professor X ass superpower, this telepathy ass power. I would definitely want it. But like I said, I don't want my telepathy to make me too much like the OG Professor X, because if it makes me too much like the OG Professor X, I might be telling people to turn around and hold hands with the fucking Empire or some shit. You know how Professor X tap dancing ass do. You already know how that shit go. Transfer Essence is the other power. Transfer Essence ability was first utilized in The Mandalorian. Greef Karga becomes injured, and Grogu, in response to noticing this, transfers a portion of his life essence over to him to heal his wound. Since healing this wound required only a small amount of life essence, Grogu falls asleep upon the transferal's completion. So I would definitely want this, because like if you're like deep in a mission and you got your teammates, you got your crew with you, and if something happens, somebody got fucking blasted in the fucking knee or some shit, or somebody came out with a lightsaber and chopped their hand off or something, at least you can transfer essence. You can use a little bit of healing power. Now, we ain't using too much, bitch, because if Grogu's strong ass used that shit and had to go to sleep, what you think gonna happen to my ass? You know what I mean? Grogu's race is already strong with the fucking Force, I think, right? So it's just like, if somebody got a real bad wound, like they about to die or some shit, it's just like, girl, I don't know what to tell you. I would do transfer essence, but I would pass away. I would pass away too, so I really don't know what to tell you. There was another ability that this article listed called the ability to create life, and I'm just like, I don't even know too much about that shit. It gives me dark side. It gives me dark side because y'all already know how the Jedi are. Oh my God, we can't do that. We can't do that. They be pointing out other people's problematic behavior while doing problematic shit. It's like when what's his face was talking about, oh girl, only the Sith deal in absolutes. It's like, isn't that an absolute statement? Isn't that an absolute statement? Get out of my face. And then the last one, which I had not heard of, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not gonna act like I'm a super duper Star Wars stan. Like, I know some stuff about it, but you know, I'm not gonna act like like I know a whole lot. So maybe it is not surprising that I have not heard of this, but Thought Bomb, without question, the most powerful Force ability present in Star Wars is the Thought Bomb. Now, it is created through an ancient Sith ritual where the Sith combine their dark side powers. If done successfully, the Thought Bomb can destroy all Force sensitive beings unfortunate enough to be within the trajectory of its blast. So I don't know, girls. I don't know. Did we already talk about Force Lightning? Yeah, we did. I probably did. I can't remember. I don't know if we did. But either way, Force Lightning is cool as fuck too, and I would want that shit. Palpatine was so sickening with that shit. Rey almost turned Chewbacca into fucking just marshmallow roast. Like, it was bad. It was really it was bad, but I really want that power as well. But yeah, I really feel like the dark side has cooler powers. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to say. I really think that I would be a combination of both the dark side and the light side, because it's just Jedi be acting like hypocrites all the time. Then the Sith are fucking monsters. It's just like, let's combine some of this shit that y'all talking about and see if we can make the most sense. But either way, to me, the dark side got the best Force powers, and it comes at a cost. It comes at a sacrifice. But the dark side stuff is really crazy. Give me that shit. While these girls over here struggling to do a Force choke, let me do the Thought Bomb with y'all, girl. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I just wanted to talk real quick about the damn Force because I really love those. I really love powers like that. And concepts like that. So tell me what you think. Which one's your favorite power? And I will check in with you all later.